Welcome everybody, and we're today taking a look at a new limited edition Blu-ray release from BFI, and it is 1965's Redbeard. So this is directed by Akira Kurosawa. Now, BFI have released several of his films over the last couple of years on 4K or Blu-ray, with the likes of Stray Dog, High and Low, and Ikiru also getting a release on Blu-ray. And I've seen 12 of his films in total outside of this one. So, yeah, this is a period drama that clocks in at 185 minutes long. And, yeah, stars Toshiro Mifune, who I've seen in 21 other films. Most well known for doing many collaborations with Akira Kurosawa, with the likes of Seven Samurai, High and Low, Stray Dog, and Throne of Blood. You've also got Yuzo Kayama, who was in Sanjiro, and finally Susumo Yamasaki. I'm probably butchering that name, I do apologise. He was in High and Low as well. So, yeah, a few actors there that have worked with Akira Kurosawa in the past. And this was apparently the last film that Mifune and Kurosawa would collaborate on. And I also think it was Kurosawa's final black and white film as well. But nonetheless, aspiring to an easy job as a personal physician to a wealthy family, Noboru Yasumoto is disappointed when his first post after medical school takes him to a small country clinic under the gruff Dr. Redbeard, so named because his beard is slightly red. Although obviously you don't see it in the film, being black and white. And yeah, Yasumoto rebels in numerous ways, but Redbeard proves to be a wise and patient teacher. He gradually introduces his student to the unglamorous side of the profession, ultimately assigning him to care for a prostitute rescued from a local brothel. So this is a predominantly character and thematic focused period drama, although there is one scene in this where Mifune does show off his action chops, using his knowledge as a doctor to disable several thugs that are protecting this brothel, and in doing so breaks several of their bones. And yeah, it is quite an entertaining scene. But for the most part, this is a period drama, and it excels at its character and thematic focused plot. And even though the running time might well seem daunting, this is also doesn't feel its length one bit. So don't let the 3 hour plus running time put you off whatsoever. Although I will say there is about a 5 minute intermission in this, so it's a little bit less than the 3 hours and 5 minutes that I've said. Plot also perfectly balances its darker and lighter moments. So there is some, lighter moments here where you see, characters becoming better, and there's a few laughs, and there's a few more light-hearted moments here and there. But then it's also really, really neatly balanced with the darker themes. So you got themes of suicide, death, you know, regrets that you have had right before you end up passing away. Obviously, there's prostitution in this, and the prostitute that is rescued is actually a child at only 12 years old. It deals with mental health as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of darker themes in there, but I think it neatly balances it out with those lighter moments, plus also the characterization. It's also not afraid to take on those heavy themes head on. The cast overall is excellent. It is well paced. The score is absolutely great. The cinematography is on point. It is thoroughly engrossing. And to help with those darker and lighter moments, the characterization is not just enjoyed and not just satisfying, but it is also well written as well. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite first time watches of the year. Right alongside Akira, which we looked at the first week of this year. And yeah, although to be honest, I think I prefer this ever so slightly more to that one. But regardless, both of them do get a 5 out of 5. So there is the disc itself. No reversible sleeve artwork with this release, but we do get a booklet, which is how many pages? 29 pages long. And we've got a shot from the film there. And inside, there are spoiler warnings here, so I'd watched the film before reading this booklet. And then we've got Cold Hands, Warm Heart by Haley Scanlon. We've also got shots of the film in there as well. As well as an alternative poster. And then we have cast and crew credits as well. And we also have Masaru and Akira, the music of Masterpieces by Charlie Brigden. So yeah, that obviously talks about the score, and yeah, like I said, the score is sublime. It's definitely one of my favourite scores to be put in a Japanese film. And then we've got Kayama Yuzo, a national superstar by James Masaki Ryan. Uh, then we've also got medical professions on screen, post-war public information films by Yuriko Hamaguchi. And then about the presentation as well. So the film was restored in 2K resolution using the original 35mm negative by Toho Co. Limited, and it's presented in its authentic Toho scope aspect ratio of 255:1, complete with the Perspector stereophonic sound audio track. You also have two audio options with this release as well, a DTS HD MA 5.1 and LPCM 2.0 mono audio. I went for the 5.1, and yeah, that really did help the score be all the better, quite frankly. And yeah, the presentation itself is good. There are some instances where there's lines and a bit of flicker on the screen, but for the most part, for a 3-hour film, it looks absolutely great. And yeah, no major issues outside of a couple of instances of that. And yeah, then we also have several extras on this release as well, which are detailed inside this booklet on top of everything else. So we have a commentary from 2026, which is by filmmaker and writer Kenta McGrath. So then we also have Akira Kurosawa, It Is Wonderful to Create Redbeard. So that's from 2002. It's a mix of black and white and colour, 22 minutes long. And yeah, that is part of the Toho Masterworks series, It Is Wonderful to Create, which consisted of episodes chronicling the making of Kurosawa's Toho films. And the series was produced by Kurosawa's longtime collaborator Torio Nagami, and features interviews with various members of the cast and crews from each film. So yeah, we've had the other episodes of those on previous BFI releases of Kurosawa films. Then we've also got Alex Cox's introduction from 2003, again a mix of black and white and colour, 14 minutes long. Filmmaker Alex Cox introduces Redbeard and provides background on Akira Kurosawa. Then we've got Toshiro Mifune in Conversation from 1986. Audio only, 61 minutes long. The actor discusses his life and career in a fascinating interview with critic and writer David Shipman, part of the Guardian interview series recorded at the BFI's National Film Theatre. Then we have Mother. That's from India, 1947, black and white, 16 minutes long. So yeah, that's a short film. Does it say anything on the back of here? So that's about a social worker in India who is the face of modern childbirth in this United Nations sponsored educational film by Paul Zills. Cool. Then we've got Doctor's Dilemma. That's from 1948 from the UK. Black and white, 1 minute. And that is the public information trailer hammers home the urgency of citizens playing their part in time for the launch of the NHS, which obviously was a massive deal post World War II in the UK. And then we also have District Nurse from the UK, 1952, black and white, 27 minutes long. And that is a public information film by Sarah Arulka, made to promote Britain's new National Health Service to overseas audiences and to encourage applications to the nursing profession. And on top of all that, we also have an original theatrical trailer as well. So yeah, a great deal of special features there, some of which are quite relevant. This is a film about doctors, nurses, the medical profession and the like. So I had to have extras that are in that same kind of wheelhouse. Obviously not from Japan, but it is still relevant to the film itself. And yeah, the film itself is excellent. 5 out of 5, and currently my second favourite first time watch of the year. That wasn't released before. It wasn't released in 2026. So yeah, highly recommend this if you've been meaning to watch more Kurosawa films. Obviously, it's not in the same kind of epic samurai kind of film, but it is still an epic film in its own right due to its length, its heady themes, and yeah, really satisfying characterization throughout those 3 hours. So yeah, well worth seeing, and yeah, one that I have not regretted buying, and certainly not regret seeing, given how much I enjoyed it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen Redbeard before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.